Hmm. Good morning, Josh. And Josh is watching twice. Josh and Terry and Mom. Morning, YouTube. Sorry, just trying to. Well, good morning, Rich and Brianna. Morning, Dad. Morning, Dana. Morning, Tyler. Oh, sorry. Hang on. I gotta. Sorry. I had to clear a notification. Morning, Nelda. Morning, Bev. How is everyone this morning? Good morning, Benita. It's pretty dark. I don't know why. I know. I was sitting in my chair this morning doing my devotions when the sun came up and started shining through the windows, and it was really nice. Morning, Judy and Kenny. Morning, Aunt Pat. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, see, Mom, now you're on Instagram, so you're doing it in 2 places. Morning, Linda. Morning, Jade. We need to do a sound off. I don't think we did that yesterday. So, morning, Melba, sound off 1 to 10. 1, you're feeling 10, you are great. Everything's fantastic. Where are you this morning? 1 to 10. We didn't do that yesterday, and I don't remember if we did it Monday. So where are you today? I want to do a check-in. I already had a hot cup of coffee, and now I have my iced coffee, but we need a new bag of ice, and so the ice we had in the bottom was pretty much just like crushed. So it's not Frappuccino, but it's kind of, anyway. Great, everybody. So far, 7 or higher. That's awesome. We got 9s. We got a couple 9s. That's amazing. Morning, Judy. I love that. That is fantastic. Good, 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 good. I need to. I'll have to watch YouTube. That's my connection is weird over there. Might need to turn the TV completely off. Fix some breakfast. Morning, Robin. I was mouthing off at the TV this morning because a Charter commercial came on and talked about how fast their internet speed was, and it's plenty for all of your devices. And that's like, then why do I have problems every morning when we go live and my family has to stop using the internet? That's the case. Anyway. Oh, praying, Linda. Hey, Melba has not been on our lives very often, but I'm going to say this. Not 7 is to me solid right now. That's good. Josh would be a 10 if the hot water guy shows up. He said morning. It's only 9:49. You have 2 more solid hours of morning. But I know you've been waiting for a couple weeks, so I get it. Frustrating. I was doing pretty good. Was at probably an 8 this morning, and I had my iPad charging because I wanted to use my iPad instead of my phone for Instagram because I wanted to show you guys and read a couple of things from my devotions that are digital. And my iPad fell and didn't think anything. We picked it up. Morning, Carissa. Everything seemed okay. When I started to set everything up for the morning and moved everything into place, I realized the charger, the lightning part of it, like that goes into the iPad, broke off in the port of my iPad. And so it wasn't charging. And my iPad screen is broken anyway. And we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, we've mentioned several times how we probably are going to need to replace my iPad soon. So there we go. Yeah, Judy, I saw that. I mean, I knew she was coming home. Surprise. Spoiler alert. But anyway, yeah, she's home. Elisa, for the others that are watching, Elisa came home yesterday. So, yep. So, I do most of my preaching, 90% of my preaching from my iPad, but I can preach from my computer. I can do my presentation and slides when we're back in the building that way. So if I need to wait, I can wait. But we're looking into what we should do and what I should get and all that jazz. Yes. Morning, Abs. So I would say I'm still at a 7. I mean, it's not like it's earth-shattering, life-altering. It's an iPad. But morning, Pam. But it's a bummer. It stinks. So first world problems, right? Don't freak out on him. We are, Mom. We're looking, but we'll have to pay regardless. So it's all good. Morning, Kathy. You just heard the little one. He's taking his bath. We haven't even checked to see if the stimulus check came in yet. Did you check to see if our stimulus check came in yet? Mom and Dad's was deposited this morning. I don't know how they're basing that, like when you get yours, if it's based on when you filed or your alphabet, where you fall in the alphabet, or where your birthday falls. I don't know. But Josh's did. 5 times. Judy's at a 5. Oh, wow. Okay. Mom's going to Dave Ramsey the heck out of her stimulus check. Nice, Josh. Good, Carissa. Well, I hope that the entire amount doesn't go to a new iPad. If that's the case, the iPad's going to wait. They have other things to do, in my opinion. Good morning, Kaylee. You're probably working and you probably won't stay on, but I'm really glad you jumped on today. Hi. Tell the girls I said hi and that I miss them and I love them. Morning, Kitty. So, okay, so we've got a lot of 7s, a couple of 9s, a few that would be 10s if a couple things worked out, but they're still pretty solid good. So I love that. Really, really glad, really glad, really glad. Hey, I want to do a couple things this morning. Morning, Sharon. Cold coffee. Yes, Bev, I already had my mixed cup and mug together. Good, Kath. Together. But I wanted something more. And I didn't want something hot, but I didn't want water, and I didn't want soda, and we need to make fresh tea. So I made myself a cup of coffee. Anyway, I want to show you guys a couple of things. So we have said Sharon's a 6. Is that because you're uncomfortable or did something happen? We can talk about it. That's why we're here. Nope. Bev, it's about 6 ounces of cold brew coffee. So when I cold brew coffee, if I have it, I try to use super strong coffee. So I actually borrowed a cup of Live Dead from the church and borrowed. We'll pay for it. But anyway, and I brewed a pitcher of cold brew. And then I add about 6 ounces of the cold brew coffee. And I put some Ghirardelli dark chocolate sauce in it. Maybe about a tablespoon or 2, maybe not even that much. I put 6 ounces of liquid coffee in. And when I don't measure it, when I squeezed the chocolate sauce in, it pushed it almost to 8 ounces. So I'm going to say 2 tablespoons of chocolate sauce. I whisk that in, and then I pile in the ice, and then I just pour milk over it. So probably about half cup to 3/4 cup, probably about a half cup to 3/4 cup of just 2% milk. And I would use skim milk if we had it, but I don't drink a lot of milk, and Donnie and the boys do. So they get the milk they like. 2% milk is gross to me. Anything above 1% smells funny to me, and I prefer skim, but that's okay. Anyway, so that's my cold coffee. So no, I don't add any sugar to it. The chocolate sauce is enough, and then just milk. So that's what I did. And I've already drank. Well, anyway. Aaron, I did a glass of cold coffee this morning, and somebody asked if I have a lot of sugar and cream in it, and I said no. So I was telling them what I did, that I do a cold brew batch, add chocolate sauce, ice, then milk. That's it. I was looking at your Tuesday taco slow-mo. We didn't do tacos yesterday, but taco salad, we had that 2 weeks ago, and it sounds so good to me again. So I may make Donnie run to the store again so I can get stuff to do taco salad. Straw looks cool. So my mom and I found these. I don't remember if it was on Facebook, on Instagram, or what, and we decided on a whim. We got like 5 stainless steel straws with like 4 or 5 rubber tips. And I think this was back in the fall, I think. They took like 2 months to come in because I'm pretty sure they came from China. None of us are sick, so not scared. But anyway, yeah, some of them are straight, and then some of them are bent, and I love the bent ones. They fit great in my jar cups that we use. Aaron, I saw Michigan had light snow, northern Illinois and northern Missouri. Okay, Litchfield in Illinois, which is like 45 minutes from us, was going to have some light snow. It is stupid. It is mid-April. Anyway, thanks, Aaron. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you jump on.
I want snow.
It's where I'm beyond snow. So anyway, you need to do your reading. I don't know what you did with your devotional. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So as our church people know, we partner with Convoy of Hope for the last 5-6 years on Resurrection Sunday to receive a 1 day to feed the world offering. Well, this past Sunday was Resurrection Sunday, and obviously we didn't do that. We decided as a church to Carissa, pause. You can go anywhere and get these. These are cool, but I would just look locally. I would just check Walmart. I would check Target, anywhere, and get them. They're just we got them cheap, like cheap. But I mean, literally, we waited probably 8 to 10 weeks to get them in the mail because of how we ordered them. And that's just stupid. I wouldn't do it that way if I did it. Good morning, Bubba. So anyway, what I was getting back to. So we decided as missions committee, church board, church staff, whatever, to push our 1 day to feed the world offering until we could come back from all of this. We didn't want that offering to be affected at all. One Day to Feed the World is Convoy of Hope's and feeding program initiative, where they encourage churches, they encourage individuals to work one day and give your day's wage in a special offering for Convoy of Hope's feeding programs around the world, here in the States and around the world. So probably in the next week or two, I'm going to talk to Debbie. She may be watching. I would like to do this next week. We've talked a little bit about it. We're going to be mailing these to our churchgoers. This is a little booklet that tells you all about One Day to Feed the World. How cute is this little face? And I may cry because I just believe in this. I believe in Convoy of Hope. Check out Convoy of Hope if you don't know anything about them, but they are, in my humble opinion, one of the best, if not the best, humanitarian compassion-based ministries that exists in the world today. So this little booklet explains what your one-day offering does. Morning, Andrea. And also, I'm going to start sharing videos on the church's Facebook page, and I would encourage you to share them all. But Convoy of Hope, this just gives you a little bit of history of Convoy of Hope. We have at the church this beautiful, stunning book, 25th anniversary commemorative book for Convoy of Hope that is linen covered. If you have not, we've had it for a couple of months. So if you haven't looked at it, you need to check it out when we come back. The pictures are stunning of just what Convoy of Hope has done around the world. But anyway, this tells you where Convoy of Hope is at, what they do. Convoy of Hope is hard at work right now during the COVID crisis here in the States. They do rural compassion ministries all the time. They feed kids in the U.S., but also in impoverished countries. They train women to become entrepreneurs, to provide for their families, but not just women. There are kids in Africa whose parents have both died or have left them. And one of my favorite videos is a young man, probably 12, 13 years old, who's raising his siblings. And Convoy of Hope came in and trained him how to raise chickens to sell, to make a living, to provide for them, him and his little brothers and sisters. This is Convoy of Hope. So your offering does a lot. I'm just going to read a little bit to you from this because I think it's good to know. Convoy of Hope has received the prestigious 4-star charity award from Charity Navigator for 16 years running. Because of our logistical expertise and generous corporate partners, we can do much with every dollar given. Listen to this. This is what is amazing. That means your one-day donation is leveraged to transform the lives of children and families throughout the world. With Convoy of Hope, you may give $1, but they're able to multiply it and actually expand it to equal about $7. That's phenomenal. Let's see. Here's a stat for you. 820 million people in the world do not have enough food to lead a normal, active life. My kids can walk into my kitchen and my pantry and get anything. Morning, Ashley. You jumped on when I'm crying. Ha. 149 million children under the age of 5 are too small for their age due to insufficient diets. So Convoy of Hope steps in and helps do this. And those statistics are from 2019 to 2020 reports, according to this little booklet. So this is current information that you're reading. So that tells you the story of the little boy on the cover. This little book does, and I'll let you read that. I'm not going to read it to you. And here's the challenge. So we're going to send you this. If you're a part of our church and we have your contact information anyway, we're going to send you this. If you're a part of our church and you've never filled out a connection card and never given us your information, we can't help you. If you're not a part of our church and you want to know more about Convoy of Hope, go to convoyofhope.org, go to Convoy of Hope on Facebook and Instagram, and educate yourself. You don't have to be a part of our congregation to do this. Although if you'd like to, you can absolutely let me know, send me your information, and we will send you one of these and how you can give and support through GC First. Anyway, so we're going to send you all of this. This little thing tears off, so it's like a bookmark. that you can use with scriptures on it. You can mark. So basically, as of right now, oh, Colby. We're back. Sorry, he knocked my phone down. Instagram went flying. So basically, as long as nothing else changes, we will be back in the building for our service on Sunday, May 17th. So that will be our One Day to Feed the World offering. Okay. So you can mark that on your calendar. And I know that most of us are working from home, but if you're working from home, you're probably doing some type of Zoom meetings or something like that. So we're going to send you this booklet to give you all the information you need about Convoy of Hope and to talk, how to talk about it even. We're going to be posting things on the church's social media so that you can share it and you can learn more. But along with this booklet, you're going to get this sticker. I know it's reversed. Get over it. It says #GiveOneDay Convoy of Hope. So you're going to pick a day and you're going to wear this sticker. Even if you're working from home, you can wear your sticker. You can take a selfie and post it. Mom, you're cracking me up. You can take a selfie and post it. You can wear it when you know you're going to be doing a Zoom meeting or a conference call with clients or with staff so that they see you wearing your One Day sticker. And then you're going to give a day's wage in the offering. That's the goal. If you can't give a day's wage, give something. That's the encouragement. If you are on a fixed income or you're budgeted or you're salaried and you don't really know, it's easy to figure out your one day's wage. You would just, what do you make annually? Divide that by how many paychecks you get. Divide that by how many days you work. There you go. Okay. So, because I've had to do that and I'll have to do it again this year to figure out my one day. And, but we have a good idea about Donnie. So anyway, morning, Cookie. And I can't see because we're not friends, but apparently Robin's sister, Krista, and Phil's aunt, Christy, is on. So welcome to our church chat. Anyway, so be watching for this. Be prayerful. We've talked about this before, and I'm just going to capitalize on it because this is not about me. This is not about GC First. This is about God's heart for the world. You're getting a stimulus check. You're getting money that you couldn't have planned on. So why not take some of that and put it towards something eternal and life impacting? That's my challenge to you. So I spent a lot of time on that, and Forever Young is going to be launching in a few minutes. And so I don't want to keep on going, but not sorry. Soapbox that I am proud to stand on and advocate for. Convoy of Hope. Anyway. Okay. So devotions. Give me hearts on Facebook. Don't know that you can really do that on YouTube. You can comment and you can give me hearts on Instagram. If you are reading the devotional with our church, Midnight Miracle, something from Elevation Worship. If you're reading that with us, who's reading it? My mom's giving me lots of hearts. Kathy. I didn't catch. Well, Robin, some of them I'm not catching. Judy, Robin. I'm sorry. Some of them I'm not catching. Carissa. All right. How many of you are enjoying it? Keep the hearts coming if you're liking this. Abby, if you're liking this reading plan. I am, but I love music. I love worship. So it's a no-brainer to me. Kathy, the song this morning was really good. The message was really good, but here's what I was going to tell you about it. So this is not from it necessarily. So on Sunday, after our service was all done, Josh texted me and said that he was watching Elevation. Their service was listening to Pastor Stephen Furtick. And he was like, he is on fire. Well, I did not get to watch on Sunday. And so on Monday, right, Josh? He sent me a link to a song that they did in the service and was like, you have to go listen to this. And I was in the middle of editing some videos, so I couldn't listen at the moment. And so I listened last night. Holy smokes. Do you remember 2 weeks ago, I was reading my devotion about in Jeremiah, and it talked about the 4 winds. And I told you that sent me on this path where I went back to Elijah, Ezekiel, went back to Ezekiel and read that whole passage about the valley of dry bones and how God spoke to the prophet and said, son of man, prophesy to these dry bones, call the 4 winds, right? And that this has just kind of been the thing. Oh, you guys, I am seeing this in so many places right now. And this new song from Elevation. So Josh tagged me in another post last night that I saw this morning and about the song. And then about an hour ago, Chris Brown, the worship leader from Elevation, posted that the song has officially released on YouTube, and it's called Rattle. Go listen to this song. I believed in my spirit that what God dropped in me through that devotion and what was stirring in me was prophetic. And I believe it even more now. God is calling us. The 4 winds are stirring. I believe it. I believe it with everything that is in me. And go listen to the song Rattle. So it was really cool that that is where things were. And then the devotion this morning was just so good. Go listen to Rattle. It's just the 4 winds. The 4 winds are stirring. I am convinced the 4 winds are stirring. And God is called church to prophesy and speak. Blow. He is rattling. Kitty, yes, I know. I was like, it's so good. It is so good. He is live. You just go listen to Rattle. Go listen to Rattle. It's, yes, there are. Remember the old song? Now I can't even think of like the words exactly, but you can feel them in the atmosphere. That's it, church. And man, there is just some amazing stuff. So our midweek service is getting ready to post. Josh. Kathy, I'm praying for that one. I told you yesterday, and I'm going to believe it again today. Kathy had the opportunity to share the gospel yesterday. The person you talk to knows. They have a foundation. You and John just keep being faithful. Just keep being faithful. Anyway, our midweek service is getting ready to launch. So if you don't have a midweek service and you want to hear something, it is a traditional service. So we'll have a little bit of worship that posts, and then the message will post. There's 2 separate posts on Facebook and YouTube. If you receive our emails, you receive those embedded in an email that you can just watch right there in the email together. But it's traditional, so it's hymns. And my dad, Pastor Byron, brings a word, and he's been, going through the book of Hebrews. And so you're going to do that. But I want to read from Ezekiel 37. So can I just close out our church chat doing that? Are you guys okay with that? I'm not going to sit here and wait for hearts to decide. I'm just going to do it. How's that for you? All right. So Ezekiel 37, the valley of dry bones. Jesus, speak to us. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord and set me in the middle of the valley. It was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. He asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? I said, "Oh, sovereign Lord, only you know." Then he said to me, "Prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord." So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, and the tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. Then he said to me, "Prophesy to the breath, prophesy, Son of Man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe into these slain, that they may live." So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood upon their feet, a vast army. Then he said to me, "Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up and our hope is gone. We are cut off. Therefore prophesy and say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Oh, my people." Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. "Oh, my people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them. I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done it, declares the Lord." Whew. Think about what happened in Matthew when Jesus died on the cross. Matthew's account. Graves opened up and dead people walked. God is doing something, church. And if we aren't open and sensitive to it, we're going to miss it. He's going to go through someone else. Let's be a part of his people who are listening and watching for him. And let's be a part of what he's doing. Let's position ourselves to be right in the middle of it, so that when he commands us to do something, we hear him and we are obedient and we do as he commands us to do, and we prophesy to the dry bones, live, live. And we call the winds to breathe the breath of life in them. It's not enough to say live and the army stand. We breathe the breath of life. We call on God, on the four winds, to breathe the breath of life into them. Sorry. It is just, go listen to Rattle. As soon as, you've got a few minutes even. You can go to YouTube right now, type in Rattle Elevation Worship, listen to Rattle, and then go straight over to our YouTube channel and listen to our fun traditional worship, which Pastor Byron picked a couple of good songs that will encourage you, I believe. And then go listen to his message from Hebrews this morning. And you live, and then you speak life over others so that they can live. You are at home. We are not encountering a ton of people right now because we're doing the whole social distancing thing, but that doesn't mean you can't prophesy over your family, over your neighborhood, over Granite City, over Illinois, over the United States, over the world. For the winds from the four corners of the earth to blow breath of life. I didn't mean to blow. I'm just exhaling. I had to let it out. I am not that televangelist. That's not what I was doing. Just breathing. Okay. I'm going to pray. And then you jump on. Get up, stretch your body, go to the restroom, refill your cup, grab something, call somebody. Sorry, I dropped my sticker. Share our posts. Share the worship with Pastor Byron this morning. Share the message from Pastor Byron this morning. Get it out. Yep, Sharon, we've talked about that. That's right, Kathy. He goes before you and beside. Elevation is releasing some fire right now. Fire. They're tuned in. They're hearing the voice of the Lord and they're walking in it. Let's do the same. Amen. Lord, I thank you for this time together. You are speaking to our hearts. God, I pray that we would just be sure to quiet ourselves, to align ourselves for your presence and your spirit to speak. God, open our ears to hear the message that you're speaking to us and give us the boldness. Give us the boldness to do what you command, that when we hear your voice say prophesy, we speak your word. Pray that our words would be 100% aligned with yours. And God, the stirring that you're doing in the atmosphere, the stirring you're doing in the four winds, Lord, when you unleash it, the world will never be the same. God, we want to be right in the middle of it. We want to be right where you want us to be. We want to be doing what you've called and created us to do, not for ourselves, but for our kingdom, for your kingdom. So speak, Lord. Help us to hear you and give us the boldness to walk in obedience. I pray that you would bless each one that's listening and watching in today. I pray that they would tune into the services and be blessed and challenged and encouraged. Keep us all safe and protected. We give you praise for the good reports we're hearing, and we ask for comfort and peace on those who need it today. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, so GC First people, and those of you who may not be GC First people, you are welcome to join in our Forever Young service, which is live now on YouTube. Well, it's not live, but it's up. You can listen to some traditional worship and hear Pastor Byron preach, and it'll be on Facebook in about 8 minutes. So you got a few minutes if you need to go and get ready for that, okay? We will talk tomorrow. Tomorrow I have another meeting at 10, so we'll do our church chat at 9. We're going to have to just move Thursdays to 9, okay? Tomorrow morning's church chat at 9 a.m. I will see you all very, very soon. Have a great day. Love you all. I got to do one at a time. Sorry. Bye.